Master visionary director Gore Verbinski's A Cure for Wellness is a disturbing, shocking, and yet beautiful masterpiece of visual perplexity and graphic irregularity. In what can only be described as a film you may not have desired to view, yet you can't turn your eyes away from. However, the film's conclusion may leave several viewers scratching their heads. But not to worry, as I have the cure, so be wary. Everything you hear from here on out is a spoiler to A Cure for Wellness, so you've been warned. But do stay, after all, it's wonderful here. So who exactly is Dr. Vollmer, or should I say, Baron von Reichmel? As well as his daughter, Hannah. Ugh. I mean, this guy makes Jaime Lannister look like a saint. But anyway, what was the reasoning for the monstrosity behind the Baron's face, and what exactly is the actual cure for wellness, if there is one? So let's start from the beginning. A Cure for Wellness is secretly a monster movie, with Baron von Reichmel, or should I say, Eel Man, as the film's main antagonist. Throughout the film, we keep hearing of the sanitarium's past and about the Baron who owned the property some 200 years ago. Our main protagonist, Lockhart, starts slowly putting pieces together just like a crossword puzzle to reveal the true hidden horrors of this so-called wellness center. Quickly though, the story of the Baron and the reason the village below has a dark history with the sanitarium was that the Baron had experimented with unwilling villagers 200 years ago, because he was searching for a cure for the Baroness. You see, the Baroness was barren. No? Nothing? Oh, okay, enough fooling around. The Baroness was the Baron's sister. They tried for so long to have a child, but then on the wedding night of the Baron and Baroness, it was found out that she was pregnant. The villagers, angered by all the experiments, did not care as they burned down the Baron's castle, cut the child out of the Baroness's womb, and threw the stillborn child into the aquifer. It's later revealed that Hannah is this child. But how is this possible? This would make Baron Eelman in his mid-200s and Hannah about 200 years old. And thank goodness, because for a second there I thought I was going to have to call Chris Hansen and Dateline NBC to take the Baron away.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to party.
But okay, seriously, enough jokes. But how can Hannah be 200? Well, Hannah has never had any concept of time. When Lockhart asks, "How long have you been here?" her response is only that, "As long as I can remember." And throughout the film, Dr. Vollmer reiterates to Lockhart that Hannah is a very special case. And the biggest unspoken reveal in the film is that this entire facility and all of this time is just so the Baron can fuck his own family. Disgusting. He even has a sign in his office that says "Purity over Wellness," signaling that he cares more about maintaining his twisted pure bloodline than about the wellness of his own patients. So while she grew up, the Baron kept Hannah very close to his side, even telling her that her mother died in a fire, which would be the building fire caused by the villagers 200 years ago, and that her father would, quote, "be back when she's better," which Hannah does get better as soon as Hannah, to put eloquently, becomes a woman in the pool. So that's Hannah's story, but what about Baron von Eelman? Near the film's conclusion, Lockhart finds the Baron's laboratory in the catacombs of the aquifer, where the old church used to be. This lab contains many eel and human specimens, as well as human faces. So if you recall earlier when the Baron rescues Lockhart and Hannah from the escalating bar fight, he goes to wipe his face, and we see a few small lines of blood. This is because during the last 200 years, the Baron has figured out how to live as long as the eels have in the aquifer ecosystem, and his studying of full eel and human anatomies leads to his disturbing transformation. It's explained that these eels typically live around 12 years, but due to the water's medicinal properties, they can live up to 300 years. The same water, however, causes normal, healthy human beings to become essentially high and rot from the inside out. And having eels manually inserted into the body, having the bodies dry up almost like dried up mummies, then Dr. Vollmer and Hannah drinking the extracted human essence from those bodies, then having those bodies dumped into the aquifer for the eels to consume, then again the people drinking that same water, is straight up cannibalism for both the eels and humans, and is like the worst Disney Circle of Life song you can imagine. There's no Hakuna Matata here. But Hannah waking up and realizing this, just like the symbology with the porcelain ballerina. So from the waters Dr. Baron von Reichmel was created, so to the waters he shall return. A shovel to the face will also do that to you. There's no cure for that. But after all that, what was the actual cure for wellness? First, the reason people actually seek out the cure at this facility. We see that Lockhart and Roland Pembroke have both written eerily similar letters during their stay as to why they've chosen to stay at this facility, basically stating what most people believe is also known as the human condition. That the things we strive for as humans, being the best at what we do, and for what? to have an office seat up in the clouds somewhere so we can look down upon others as if we're better than them, and then one day the body rejects the mind and says, I am not a well man. So we seek out a cure. But unfortunately, the cure for this human condition is disease, because only then is there hope for a cure. Then again, that's just a bunch of jibber jabber from a mad eel man just trying to trick rich old people into getting high off water and reduce their bodies down to their human essence so he can eventually cure and then lay with his own daughter. Sicko. Anyway, that's everything I have for the Any Explained breakdown and recap of A Cure for Wellness. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below, and tell me your thoughts on the film. Also tell me if you felt there was any truth to Dr. Eelman's mad ramblings. And don't forget, as always, this is 5 Things Explains Everything with the Fingabang Show. I'm out.